My name is Yasmin, aka Sunfire. How y'all doing? I hope you all are doing well. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Those of you returning, welcome back. Um, if you like the content that I'm creating, hit that like button. If you would like to join the family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Spirit got jokes, y'all. I ain't really been procrastinating, but I've been preparing myself. You know, I woke up weeping this morning. This rising, excuse me. I woke up weeping, and the vision, I don't even remember the vision, but I was weeping. Yes, I do remember the vision. Okay? It just came back to me. There's something pertaining to some land and foundation, right? And I see these people run into a tore down. It's like the foundation still stands, and there's still old furnishings that's been covered in plastic, but the walls of the house no longer stand. Okay, but there's land from eyes to can see. Um, there's people walking around looking. These are black people. I don't know. I know they were black. I saw their skin tone. They're looking at this land, and there's a masculine, a couple of masculines, and I think I saw a young masculine, like a teenager, and they're all looking at this land, at this foundation, and this prop. It's like I saw a red couch. There was a mirror that had been tossed over but covered in plastic. They lifted it up. It appeared to have a crack in the lower right hand corner. Um, I was standing next to where the I guess a fireplace was. It would be that was still standing. There was a red old antique couch, and there was. I think the kid went like it's like the house set like on an incline, kind of not really high, but enough to where it could have levels, 3 levels. You came in the first level, and then you step down into the next level, and then you step down into the last level, which is in the old days, the kitchen was in the back of the house. So this is an old property, okay? The kitchen is in the back of the house, but there's nothing there, you know. But the old floor is a checkerboard floor, okay? Almost like a chessboard. Excuse me, confirmation. And the kids say something, and then they all run to the kitchen area, and I don't know what they find. As they run into the kitchen area, I start hearing gunshots being shot, fired, you know. And then that's when I wake up. And then as I was coming out, I heard corner. This is prime real estate corner. The like where you have the corner property. That's what I'm hearing. I heard that. What that meant, I don't know. What that dream was about, I don't even know. Who the people were, I don't know. I couldn't see their faces, but I heard the child's voice. You know, the other people, I couldn't really hear them. It was like I could hear them, but I couldn't make out who they were. You see what I'm saying? They didn't really say nothing. They was just more amazed at what they had found. You know, um, but I don't know who property it was. Okay. Then I go about my day. I'm recounting my events. I go about my day, and then I scroll across something, and somebody's throwing slick shade, right? Because they feel like you slept with their man, okay? But you ain't never touched that person. Somebody done lied on you. This is more of them energies of lying on you. Um, then, um, what else happened? I took a nap. I took a nap, and I kept seeing somebody get moved around on a jerry lift, and an old elder person, they put them in a black romper or jumper. And the person was like, "Hold on, can you stick?" I don't know if they dropped them or what. To be honest, okay. I just know that one minute the person's on this lift, the next minute they land to the side. This dream was kind of weird. And then they was back up on the bed, and they said, "Can you sit up straight?" And they was like, "Yeah." "You sure?" And then they detached the strap from around their back and pulled the lift out. Okay. I don't know. Somebody works in a nursing home or do nursing care. Don't have to be in a nursing home. Um, then I saw a cruise ship. People boarding on a cruise ship, and I heard somebody say, "I hope they missed the boat." And I'm like, "What in the world?" You know? So then the cruise ship takes off and it shoots around to the other side and it's offloading on this beach. And um, this woman, she has on a pink shirt, I think. It could have been red, but it looked pink. She had curly hair. Um, she's looking for somebody. And then it shoots me back to where this nurse is, and the nurse is talking to somebody, and somebody kept trying to hold on. Whoever this was kept trying to hold on to me, and I'm like, I kept pushing them off me because I'm like, "Let me go." They didn't want to let me go, and I kept pushing them off me. Um, I don't know why they was holding on to me, but they wouldn't let me go. And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, it was something else happening, but it's real. I faded. I can't really recall it. Okay, but there was other energies around. I can't put my hand on what I saw, but or what I heard, because that energy that kept trying to grab me was distracting me from what was going on around. Okay, so it might be metaphorically. I don't know um, about that part, but if it come out while we're reading this here, these next few verses, we'll see. Okay, I'm not having these visions by chance. So um, let's see. Did I mention that I was weeping all day? All day I've been crying. I don't, I'm like, what in the world? I've been crying like crazy, just crying, and it's just happening. I don't even know why. I'm just crying. Then I take the picture for the thumbnail and read it, and then it's talking about, and I was like, oh wow. So as I was getting ready to go live, spirit, I started hearing spirit in the background hollering, "Hallelujah, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah." Okay, I was like, finally, you finally go live. So I was like, y'all singing it to me because I finally got ready to do this reading. It's like, yeah. Oh, oh, my nose itching. Ugh. That tickle stop. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if the weeping got something to do with what I'm gonna read or what, but I can't even explain to you. I feel like they weren't truly all my emotions. That I do know. Some majority of them was, um, and I still don't know why I was weeping. Truth be told, I don't know. Um, what else was I picking up on? A lot of doubt. And since I wasn't yarning at first till I got ready to do this reading, so there's somebody that's very tired and exhausted. I don't know if this nurse energy or somebody that got off the cruise ship. I don't know. But there's something about a cruise ship, a nurse, and some more individuals, and then some individuals on a property, looking at the remains of what's left. Um, I don't know. It's a lot of energy going on. Okay. But something about land, and nursing, and I don't. Oh, wow. Okay, so if you are a nurse, maybe when I saw that patient laying down, they may pass away, and you may need to be. I don't know. If you're in a nursing home, then you're okay. But if you do like private sitting work, you may need to find a start looking for a new person to take care of, because that person may be passing away soon. I don't wish death on anyone, but I have to give it to y'all how I'm hearing it. Okay, so that's just a trigger warning. If you are a nurse and you do private care, your person may be on the verge of passing away. That's the energy that was holding on to me. Oh my gosh, that's who was holding on to me. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, because it was the energy was. I'm not pulling cards tonight, but I got a feeling there's something else going on with this energy because I didn't want it holding on to me. Or I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell if the energy was good or bad because there was a lot of distractions going on. Okay, um, we'll see. We're gonna go and get the reading, and then we'll see if it aligns with what I'm reading tonight. All right. Um, ooh, go ahead and get your. If you're following along with me, we're on Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 17. Oh, y'all, I've been stretching and popping. Oh, Lord. And it feels good. Oh, maybe somebody need to do some yoga, okay? Um, Especially because I do it because of my back, but it helps, stretch those lower muscles out in the back. Mm. All right, everything happens for a reason. Oh, try to see if there's anything else they want me to say before I start reading. I don't know if this patient may have problems in their gut, stomach issues, or something may rupture because I'm feeling the energy of somebody. Appendix may burst, or somebody's had some type of either pancreas or appendix, something like that. You've been having a slight pain in your right midsection, like right below the ribs, closer to the side where the kidneys, your liver is. Sometimes the pain feel like it's just beneath the skin. You may want to pay attention to this part of this reading if that's you. Sometimes the pain can alternate um, down to the lower left lumbar, and you could have, I don't know if it's acid reflux, or uh, you may be, I don't know if maybe you're pregnant. I don't know. and the baby could be kicking you in your ribs, or the baby. Okay, so if you're pregnant and you've been having these pains, you may want to go see your doctor and get an ultrasound, especially if it's close to your due date. The child may be breached, meaning it's not in the proper position for birthing. If you've been feeling these pains and it's close to your due date and you're pregnant, go see your doctor. Have them do an ultrasound. Demand it, actually, because doctors do. You gotta demand it, okay? There's somebody else that's, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's acid reflux or it's not nausea. Or you could be drinking, because that's what it feel like. You know how when alcohol go down your throat and it burns? Somebody could be drinking. You may need to stop drinking because it could be damaging your liver, especially if you like to drink hard liquor. And you may be having these symptoms too. Okay, if you ain't pregnant and you ain't got to be a woman, but if you're not pregnant, it could be a woman. Thank you, Spirit. Um, if you're not pregnant and you're having these symptoms, but you drink alcohol, especially kind of burn your throat, okay, where you feel that heat. I don't know why I'm hearing that. What is it called? Oh, uh, was it firecracker or something like that? The one that tastes like cinnamon. Somebody likes that, and it's deteriorating your liver. Okay, Fireball, something like that. The one that tastes like silver. Tastes like silver. Mm. Or somebody could. Oh shit! Too much of colloidal silver could kill somebody. I don't know. Oh, this patient. Somebody may be feeding this patient colloidal silver, and they're giving them too much, and that's what caused their death. Oh my gosh, that's why they get on the ship. They try to go on a ship and act like, oh, okay, because somebody could be getting set up, a nurse could be getting set up by the I don't know if you call it the beneficiary or the power of attorney of this patient, because I feel like this is in home. They're going on a trip. This person's gonna pass away in your care, and it's due to whoever is going on the trip. They left just in time. Okay, this person's gonna, yeah, yeah. If you're in nursing, the let me confirm. Is it the nurse that's giving this patient that, but the loved one, the family member, and they gonna try to leave? They leave and go on a trip and get the phone call that they passed away. Also, um, while I was in that vision, I kept hearing, I hope they missed their trip. And then somebody's going to be pretending that they with somebody just to piss somebody off. Okay? I don't know. Somebody's going to be pretending that it's like, it's set up like, hey, come on, act like me and you together so they can see us. That's what I'm hearing, okay? It's to piss somebody off. They're not really together. I don't know who that is, who that's for. Um, All that could be connected somehow. But the caretaker of this patient is feeding them some colloidal silver. Too much colloidal silver could kill a person. And this person been giving it to him over a period of time. Um, and it's taking its toll on this patient. Because I told you I see this patient falls. You may be putting them on the Jerry lift. You may be putting them on the Jerry lift and they fall out the lift dead. Okay? Because sometimes when I see things, it could be showing me. Sometimes it could be backwards. Okay? So be cautious. The patient had on a he was putting the patient on a black romper. I feel like it's a female patient, slender, with gray hair, and it's up in plaits. Um, you get them out of bed, you get them dressed in this black romper, and just so you sit them on the side of the bed, and you said they seemed a little wobbly, so you said you all right, you got it, because they can sit up on their own. Okay, that I do know. And they was like yes, and you was like okay, so you go to dressing them. You know how you put the feet through the pants legs or whatever. You use this jerry lift to stand them up to get them up under their butt, and then you set them back on the bed, and you finish getting the rump up on them. Which I don't know why somebody would put a rump on somebody in this condition. You know, that seems like too much work. But maybe that's the caretaker standard. They don't want them to stop dressing like they used to. You could even be thinking and like, why would you know what I'm saying? Because it don't make sense. Okay, a little house coat or nightgown or day dress would be more simpler than putting on a whole one piece. Uh, so yeah, I agree with you. If that's your mindset towards what you're having to dress this patient in, I agree with you. It is not conducive for the patient or you. Okay, um, but the patient, okay, um, is not feeling well. They're dazed and woozy. Okay, when you sit them up on the side of the bed, and it's not because they're half asleep. Because normally when you sit them on the side of the bed, they sit straight on up. Okay, they can hold themselves up. That much they can do. If you are resonating with what I'm saying, you may need to take this person to have them checked out by a doctor as well. And that may, because that's why I kept pushing this person out. It's not their time to go, okay? Oh gosh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It's not their time to go. That's why I kept pushing. They kept trying to hold on to me, and I wouldn't let them. I pushed them off. It's not their time to go. It's not time. Somebody's trying to take this person out for their money, okay? So that they can receive their inheritance, okay? The caretaker is on a cruise when they get the phone call that this person passed away. Um, I seen it on the ship, okay? And they not phased. I saw them too when they got there, like they was looking for someone to get off. I guess that could have been them paranoid, trying to see if they'd been followed. You know, um, they didn't seem to have a care in the world when they got the call that the person had passed away. Okay, because did get a phone call, and I felt dread when that call came through. At that same time, that's when that patient was holding on to me, and I kept pushing him off. Um, it's not their time yet. You may be able to save this patient by getting them to the doctor, taking them to the doctor, or calling their doctor and not the caregiver when you notice them being woozy when they normally can sit up straight by themselves. They can't do much else, but I know they can sit up straight by themselves, and you're gonna be concerned, like, wait, you know, they really telling me to emphasize that for you. You're gonna be concerned because they can't sit up straight. The caretaker's the one feeding them this poison. Okay, when nobody's looking, the caretaker is giving them this poison because they're ready to receive their inheritance. They're trying to speed up this person's death. It is not this person's time, which is why I did not take them with me. Okay? Let's see. Any more messages before I start my reading? Call 911. Somebody could be getting beat and they're gonna hit you so hard it knocks your tooth loose. My tooth is hurting all of a sudden. They may even oh they may even beat you so bad to where they pop your shoulder out of place or pop your collarbone. Not your collarbone, your shoulder blade. Right below where they look like, you know how your shoulder blades look like blades actually? Right beneath it towards the bottom right. There's a pain there. It's fractured or broken. It's actually the piece that like connects your ribs to your. I think how it goes like that. I know a little bit about anatomy, but not a lot. I think it's the piece that connects to the rib cage from the back, and you may have a little difficult when you take deep breaths, breathing, feel like stabbing. It's due to that injury. Whatever they did to you to hit and they hit you, I don't know if you fell and hit something, but somebody hit you hard enough to knock your tooth loose, and you could have fell on your back. And it's not really like worrisome, but it's getting worse and worse, and nothing. And you got also on your right temple. It could have hit you in your right temple. You need to call 911. Okay, don't waste your time going live trying to record it. Call 911. Okay. Especially if this already happened. You need to call 911 and get to, or no, don't drive yourself. You need to get an ambulance to you, and you may even puncture your lung from the back. I don't know how hard they hurt you, but I'm feeling like a tightness in my lung. Oh gosh, I guess it got stabbed in my back. This person could have even stabbed you in your lower spine. God damn, who is this? Somebody stabbed you like right above where your butt is, but in your back. What is that? Like the seventh, eighth vertebrae and the lower lumbar? This person may even choke you. I'm finding it hard to breathe. I feel like somebody got their hands wrapped around my neck, squeezing. That, ooh. Your phone is in your hand. Press. You don't have to dial 911 all the way out. All you gotta do is hit 9 and send. It will connect you to the authorities. When they release your neck, you need to shout out your address. Somebody's being given instructions because it's not your time. This person's gonna, oh God, they're like gonna squeeze your throat so bad it hurts. Okay, it's gonna hurt. You may even have to try to do it in between. Okay. Oh gosh. I feel like this is a feminine energy being attacked by some masculine. I see some very strong hands, muscular arms. Somebody has something going on with their forehead, right above their left brow, center towards the nose. I felt like an itching. I don't know if you have a rash there, because now I'm itching in my head towards that on that same side, like 2 inches in from my ear. You could be scratching your head right now, trying to figure out how I know that. You need to pay attention to this reading. Um, Everyone I'm mentioning, if you're under the sound of my voice, you really need to pay attention, okay? Also, whoever this is that's being attacked by someone, you may be able to prevent this from happening if you pay attention to this person's words and their body movements and careful not to antagonize them. They're looking for anything to set them off, and it's the smallest thing that's going to set them off. They may pull you by your hair. Or you could feel like somebody's touching your head right now. Because the same thing's happening to me. I feel like somebody's touching my head and my neck. And just kissed me on my cheek. Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, that's what you're thinking about doing to somebody? What? Okay, the energy just totally shifted. Uh, okay, there's somebody else that's thinking about pulling somebody's hair and kissing them on their cheek. What the fuck? Kiss them on their forehead. Oh yeah, somebody adores you, or they're thinking about how much they adore you, and this is what they want to do. They miss kissing your cheek and your forehead and pulling your hair. And I'm not gonna go there because this we're gonna read some scriptures. So We'll talk about it on normal broadcasting days. Somebody's really scratching their head, like, how do you know that? Oh, 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 my nose is itching. I'm on point. Mm. Okay, let's see. Who else needs to pay attention to this reading spirit? Somebody keep looking at you sideways, or you keep looking at somebody sideways. You could have your hair over your right eye, and that's possibly why you look at people sideways. I don't know. Because of your hairstyle. Yeah, something keeps tickling my right eye. You possibly watch too much TV. It's time to confirmation. Time to tune out of television. It's time to tune in to books. If y'all hear me burping, please excuse me. Those are spiritual burps. I have no control over them. Somebody's having pain in their left shoulder, just below the shoulder, like soon as the shoulder end. Oh Lord, and it hurts. I don't know. Oh fuck, that hurts. I don't know if you bump into something or somebody punch you. Now somebody punch you in your arm. Somebody might jab you in your shoulder, but they gonna hit a little too hard and harder than intended. I don't think they meant to hit you that hard, or somebody don't know their strength. Okay, um, uh, if they follow with a hook to the jaw, then yeah, they meant that shit. Okay, oh shit. Somebody may be like playing around shadow boxing with you, and they may hit you a little too hard in the shoulder, and I mean it's gonna hurt because it's like soon as the bone stops, like right there where the muscle begin, it's all good and tender. Okay, ooh, and that's not my energy. So somebody's gonna punch you there, and it's gonna hurt, and you're gonna get pissed like instantly. Um, cool your jets, okay, and wait for their next blow. Cause if they do it again and they hit you in your jaw, they mean it. Okay, this is somebody playing around, acting like they playing around. They shadow boxing you, okay, but they licks is getting a little harder than they should be. If they hit you in your left jaw, they mean what they doing, then you gotta move accordingly, okay? It's hot all of a sudden. Somebody's in a sauna. Ooh, I feel like I'm in a sauna all of a sudden. Oh Lord, people been talking to me. I've been sitting with my eyes closed. How you doing, John? How you doing, Mr. Gentleman? Now Jack Daniels, uh, bro, you know, I'm a hope you misspelled that, okay? Cause if you calling me a hoe, then the hoe had you. If you're not, then disregard what I said. Was Jack Daniels calling me a hoe? Yeah, your mama a hoe, your dad a hoe, your sister a hoe, your brother a hoe, you a hoe, your child a hoe. Don't be coming over talking about I'm a hoe, bitch. Anyway, see, it's always one, but I know how to return this shit right back to you. Okay, and we're back in. Hmm. You mad because I outed your plan. You the one that's poisoning the patient. That's why you over here calling me a hoe. Hmm. That's why you calling me a hoe. Cause you the one giving the patient the colloidal silver. Y'all love to show up, don't you? Y'all like them damn serial killers that go out there and kill folks and then sit back and watch the police investigate. That's what you're like. You like to watch your handiwork because you think you're smart and clever. You mad because I gave your whole fucking description, Jack Daniels. Not too heavy, but you a heavy set, light skinned woman with some curly hair. Hmm. You the one poison that person for their money. And you over here calling me the hoe. You ready to sell your soul for some money. for an inheritance. There's a paper trail. Somebody got receipts. Okay. Why you think you're getting away with it? Somebody got evidence on you. That was the commotion. You're gonna get caught. Ah, you're gonna get caught. Oh, you do get caught. When you get back and you get off the boat, they arrest you. Enjoy your last vacation, because it will be your last. But that person will live because that nurse listens. Excuse me. Mm. Mm. Your head is hurting. You have a real bad headache. Oh Lord, like you have a migraine. Somebody may be trying to tap in, connect with your energy, but they're being blocked, which is why you may be having these headaches. There's somebody you don't want to have nothing to do with anymore. This person could be lurking and watching you. They're obsessed with you, and they could be weeping because now they realize they fumbled you. This person could also be drinking. Somebody's getting drunk to get the courage to come say something to you. They know they didn't treat you properly. And they keep trying to like telepathically communicate with you, but the Most High is blocking that. So if you're getting pains in your, like, just past your hairline, four fingers in, put your pinky on your hairline, and your index finger be there on that. I mean, yeah, your index finger be on that exact point where they're trying to penetrate. That's where the headache stops. That is somebody trying to telepathically connect with you. They could be scratching their head, wondering how I know that. Somebody that never truly seen you for who you was. They only saw what you could give to them, whatever that may be. Whether it was your time, your energy, you know. I do feel like this may have been something romantic at one point. Well, if you call it romantic, is what I heard. Damn. Yeah, somebody treated you less than you deserve, and they know it. That's why they're trying to communicate. They feel guilty for how they did you, but they slick. It's like for some reason I feel like this energy. It's like double sided. They don't want me to say this. They don't want this being. They don't want this being spoken. I just heard them say stop. They don't want me to say this, but it's a matter of them needing to face their truth. It's a truth that they never gave you, but I feel like you may have sensed it or picked up on it, but you don't know for sure. Well, your confirmation you was right on what you sensed about this person. Part of this person treated you the way they did because they wanted to be like you. At the same time, they hate that they was catching feelings for you. And I don't mean be like you as in what you do, but as in what you are. So if you a man, this was a man, a woman wanting to be a man. If you're a woman, this is a man wanting to be a woman. You can either be very handsome or very beautiful. And this person never seen themselves as either. They kind of self-loathe themselves. They could have a lump in their throat. Oh, confirmation. When there's something blocking them from speaking this truth. Because that burp was forming, okay? I felt it form in my throat. It's like every time this person wanted to tell you the truth, that would happen to them. It's like it would get caught up in their throat, the words that they needed to speak to tell you the truth. That's why this is the liquid courage. So you're about to find out that somebody is bisexual that you was dating. That just hurt their heart. I just got a ping in my heart. Um, this person also wondered, do you still have love for them? I feel the pain in my chest, right above my heart. They could be heartbroken, or they caused you a lot of heartache and they know it. A lot of the reason why they caused this heartache is because they was envious of you. It's like it was a love hate. I love you and I hate you. I love you and I hate you. I hate you because you're fucking beautiful or you're slash so fucking handsome, and I'm not that. I love you because you're a fucking awesome ass person, but I don't feel like I'm awesome. That's the energy I'm picking up off this person. This person cusses you out when they think about you, when they think of the love that they're now realizing that they have for you. Um, every time they feel love for you, they get to cussing you out. Which if they need to be careful with some of the things that they say because words have power. Now the heartache they caused you, they now feel, and they want to know how that you heal from it because they can't. Something could be wrong with the person's foot, left foot. I just felt a pain in my pinky toe. They, every time now I'm hearing, every time this person curse you out, they stomp their toe. It's because you're highly protected. If you were pregnant by this person, you miscarried their child, they didn't want the baby no way. So if you mourned, that could be the heartache. You mourned the loss of that child. Oh gosh, I remember. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I was on the spiritual realm, right? And I was with there was this skinny black lady. She had her hair pulled back in a ponytail. She had a pocketbook full of shit. You name it, it was in her purse. She even had a sandwich in her purse. Okay? um, I was sitting at a picnic table with her, and there was a kid just wandering around. The little kid was dark skinned, had a wide nose, and he had cornrows. He couldn't have been no more than like two in the spiritual realm. But he was smart. He was fluent. He was clever too, a bit sneaky as well. He stole the sandwich out the lady's purse, and I stopped him. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Um, he said, "I'm hungry." I said, "Where's your mother?" He didn't say anything. I picked him up and I set him on the picnic table, and I said, "Where's your mother?" He just shrugged his shoulders, and he proceeded to eat the sandwich. I said, "Do you know that lady that you took the sandwich from?" He said, "They mean to me." I feel like these if you lost this masculine's baby, his ancestors is poorly taking care of this child on the spiritual realm. Okay? That's because they're spiritually broke. They're homeless in the spiritual realm because he does not take care of his ancestors. Because he don't believe in it. So what I did was when the lady came back and she's looking for a sandwich, I take the sandwich from the child. He's getting angry. I mean, he's ferocious, like whoa, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, all that anger in the little bitty kid, and he's unloved, and I decided to love on this kid. I give the lady a sandwich back. The lady in turns break off half the sandwich and give it to the baby. And I love on the kid. Then we're like in some backyard that's got a metal fence. There's a house. By the front door, there's white, like lace curtains. There's like one of those sofa tables sitting in front of the table. And it has lace. Somebody loves lace, okay? You know how the old folks used to put lace doilies and all that shit up. Somebody loves lace, okay? There's these cards on the table. And I write the kid out a check in the spiritual realm. And that lady that shared her sandwich with that kid. Gave them spiritual money, and then I left. She promised that she would take care of the kid. So if you lost a child, um, it was a little boy. He was handsome, but he was also a lot of other things because he was unloved. I took care of the kid and made sure he was straight and made sure there was someone on the spiritual that would take care of him. Um, but I felt a aching in my heart having to leave him. I did do his hair before I left. I made sure the child had a black eye too. Somebody had hit the child. I don't know who. And he wouldn't tell me who did it. But I feel like whoever this ancestor is of this child that decided to take him in, this was a long uh, pattern in a family bloodline of physical abuse, poverty, and I feel like whoever this masculine was meant to break that cycle, break that generational curse on their bloodline. There it is again. Somebody could be getting sick. Somebody could be crying so much that they're getting sick. This also may be a pattern of this masculine abandoning children, have sex with women, they get pregnant, then he swear them down, they're not his. This somebody they think because they wear protection that they can't get somebody pregnant. Condoms break, and all it takes is a hole, one little bitty hole, and it's over with. You know. This master may have known his condom had broke several times and never told you, and then still tried to deny, pull the wool over your eyes to make you think you're crazy to think you got pregnant by him. You could have, especially if this is not like your boyfriend, but it could have been like a friends with benefits type of situation. You could have been seeing somebody else. So they tried to play it off that it wasn't them. But he was actually the father. You miscarried that child because not only did he deny the child, he denied you. I just touched my nose. I'm on point. All right, let's get into the reading. The people mourn in judgment. Jeremiah 9, verse 17. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider all for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for skillful wailing women, that they may come. Let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run with tears, and our eyelids gush with water. For a voice of wailing is heard from Zion, and we are plundered. We are greatly ashamed, because we have forsaken the land, because we, oh my gosh, the vision of the land. Oh my gosh, okay? Because we have been cast out of our dwellings. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O woman, and let your ear receive the words of his mouth. Teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor, and a lamentations. Let me get it to you again. Teach your daughters wailing. What does that mean? In the old days, women would, when someone would pass or there was a reason for mourning, women would come in and mourn. They specialized in it. This was something that was sacred, you know, to honor that soul and its passing. And the women would come together and they would form a sacred circle of wailing, mourning, dressed up in their garments. It says, yet hear the words of the Lord, O woman, and let your ears receive the word of his mouth. Teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor a lamentation. For death has come through our windows, has entered our palaces to kill off the children, no longer to be outside. Oh my gosh, the kids no longer outside. Oh wow. What the? Oh, wow, this is blowing my mind. Hold on. Oh, okay. Um, and the young man no longer in on the streets. Speak, thus say the Lord. Even the carcasses of men shall fall as refuse on the open field, like cutting after the harvester, and no one shall gather them. Thus saith the Lord. Let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Let not the mighty man glory in his might, nor let the rich man glory his riches, but let him who glories glory in this, that he understands and know me, that I am the Lord, exercising loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in this I delight, says the Lord. Behold, the days of the coming, said the Lord, that I will punish all who circumcised, whom are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt, Judea, Edom, Edom. I might not be saying that right. Anyway, the people of Ammon, Moab, and all who are in the forest, furthest quarters, who dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the houses of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. Idols and the true God. Chapter 10, verse 1. Hear the word which the Lord speaks to you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord. Do not learn the way of the Gentiles. Do not be dismayed at the signs of heaven, for Gentiles are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are fertile. For one cuts a tree from the forest and work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They decorate it with silver and gold. Wow. Wow, I said silver. Oh my gosh. Okay. They fasten it with nails and hammers. Do it, huh, so it will not topple. They are, most high. I'm stumbling through these words. So that it will not topple. They are upright like palm trees, and they cannot speak. They must be carried, because they cannot go by themselves. Do not be afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, nor can they do any good. How do you say this, Most High? Inasmuch. Inasmuch much as there is none like you, O Lord. You are great, and your name is great in the might. Who would not fear you, O King of the nations? For this is your rightful due. For among all the wise men of the nations and all their kingdoms, there is none like you. There is no one like you. I just, none like you. None like you. Hold on, what is it? It's, what's the word? Jesus, excellent in thy name. Okay. In all the earth, every king shall bow. I don't know the word, Spirit. With every tongue shall confess that he's so excellent. Okay? And all their kings, there is none like you, but they are almighty, dull-hearted, and foolish. A wooden idol is a worthless doctrine. Silver is, excuse me, silver is beaten into plates. It is brought from Tarshish, and gold up from up Hades. The work of the craftsmen and the hands of the metalsmiths. Blue and purple are their colors. Their clothing. They are the work of skillful men. But the Lord is the true God. He is the giving God. The living God. Okay. I'll take both. He is the living and the giving God and the everlasting King. And his wrath the earth will tremble, and the nations will not be able to endure his indignation. Thus you shall say to them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom and has stretched out the heavens at his discretion. When he utters his voice, there is no multitude of water in the heavens. Excuse me. And he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth to make lightning for the rain. He brings the wind out of his treasuries. Everyone is dull-hearted without knowledge. Every metalsmith is put to shame by an image. For this molded image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They are futile, a work of errors. In the time of their punishment, they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the maker of all things, and Israel is the tribe of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name, the coming captive of Judah, gathering up your wares from the land, O inhabitants of the fortress. For this say the Lord, behold, I will throw out at this time the inhabitants of the land, and will distress them, that they may find it. So, woe is to me for my heart. My wounds are severe. But I say, truly, this is the infantry. And I say, bear it. My tent is plundered, and all my cords are broken. My children have gone from me, and they are no more. There is no one to pitch a tent anywhere or anymore, or set up my curtain. For the shepherds have become dull-hearted, and have not sought the Lord. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. Behold, the noise of the report has come, and the great commotion out of the north country, to make the city of Judah desolate, a den of jackals. O Lord, I know the way to a man is not in himself, is not in man who walks to direct his own steps. O Lord, correct me, but with justice, not in your anger, lest you bring me to nothing. Pour out your fury on the Gentiles who do not know you, and on the families who do not call on your name. For they have eaten up Jacob, devoured him, and consumed him, and made him dwelling place desolate. That's talking about some cannibalism stuff too now, man. That's like these cults, right? It said they turned their back, they don't know you, they won't even pitch the tent. So it's like these divine feminines, or you know, um, righteous women, you know, masculines treat them poorly because of the things that they have embodied. They're what they say their hearts are, half-hearted or whatever it is. They're not using their hearts. They're all in their mind, which can be tricked by the enemy. That's why they say lead with your heart first, left foot forward. Because your heart is pure. Your heart can't be tainted, but it can be blocked. And if you walk around here with blocked hearts, that's why you're given to situations not wholeheartedly. You're not seeing people for who they were. You're not willing to pitch a tent for someone because your heart is blocked. You're selfish. You're greedy. Or you judging others based off of status when the true wealth resides within. And if your heart is blocked, you're going to forever keep moving in that type of energy. Excuse me. The broken, the broken covenant. Chapter 11, verse 1. Jeremiah. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, hear the words of the covenant, and speak to the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say to them, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, cursed is the man who does not obey the words of his covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day I brought them out of the land of Egypt, from the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice and do according to all that I command you. So shall be my so shall be my people, and I will be your God, that I may establish the oath which I have sworn to your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is this day. Um, like I said yesterday about this Egypt thing, when I was picking up on that, that is the reparations that they promised to give the people. Now they're using their silver slick tongues, and they don't want to honor those deals. Um, they wanted to be our lords, right? Our gods, right? We was supposed we was black, so we was seen as unclean, but they white, and they supposed to be seen as pure. But yet you made promises that you didn't keep. That's what I'm getting off of that. And then when people ask you about those reparations, you act like you gaslight them. You act like you don't understand what we're talking about. When you know clearly that you made that your fathers made these promises. And now because you didn't make the promise, you feel like you don't have to honor that. Bullshit. You carried on that karmic debt. That promise was a contract that was signed in the most high paid witness. So to say that you don't owe black people reparations, you're telling a damn lie. Your forefathers made a promise that they reneged on. And your karmic debt is to break that generational curse. And I answered and said, so be it, Lord. Then the Lord said to me, proclaim all these words in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. Say, hear the words of this covenant and do them. For I've earnestly exhorted your fathers in the day I brought them out of the land of Egypt. Until this day, rise early and exhort, saying, obey my voice. Yet they did not obey and inclined their ears. But everyone followed the, the dictate of his evil hearts. Our ancestors did everything that y'all ancestors made us do. We took it. We built it. And then you try to say that it's a new day and age. We don't operate it. It's a new day and age of new mental mind slavery. You raise the cost of living to the point where you have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to hold down keep a roof over your head, to put food on your table, to have clothes on your back. You gotta wear a job. You gotta have a job for rent. You gotta have a job for fucking for your clothes. You gotta have a job for your food if you're not able to get government assistance or any of that. It's a modern day slavery system that y'all have created, and you refuse to release it. So, for those of you to say that I am not my father, yes, the fuck you are. I am not my father's father, yes, the fuck you are. How you think you got here? And the Lord said to me, a conspiracy has been found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They have turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers who refused to hear my words. Come on through, Spirit. And they have gone after our God, other gods, to serve them. Every time a person of color speak to one of y'all about reparations, your tongues get slick like the devil. You use wordplay and speak spells, and before that person came to you, they had everything on their mind that they wanted to say. But once they encountered you, slick tongues, they was put under your trance and they was put right back to sleep instantly. This is a skill that you've learned from these gods that y'all go to, that y'all petition, because you ain't going to our God. Our God said to make it right, to honor thy covenant that you broke. They refused to hear my words, and they have gone after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah has broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Excuse me. Therefore, thus say the Lord, behold, I will surely bring calamity on them, which they will not be able to escape. And though they cry out to me, I will not listen to them. What I say? What I say? He can't hear y'all. So, my people, mourn and weep, wail and cry out to the Lord, because he hear you. Pray, cry. Then the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem will go and cry out. What I just said, I haven't even read this yet. Y'all, oh my Lord, have mercy. Come on through, Spirit. Thank you for guiding me. Oh, Then the cities of Jerusalem and the inhabitants of Jerusalem will go and cry out to the gods to whom they offer incense, but they will not save them at all in the time of their troubles. That's for them, not for y'all. For the according to, because they're going to try to mimic you. They're going to try to do what we do. Okay? That's what you got to realize. They will turn around and try to do what you do. Petition them lowercase gods. When we petition the big G God, okay? Don't get it twisted. To whom they offer incense, but they will not save them at all in the time of their troubles. Why? Because the Most High shutting them down. He is the commander in chief. Even to y'all's lowercase gods. For according to the number of your cities, where your gods, lowercase gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem, you have set up altars to that shameful thing, altars to burn incense to Babel. That's who their God is, Babel. But they think they praying to our God. Our God breeds champions. Look at our NFL, our NBA. Come on now. You got people over in Africa just creating shit. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Geniuses. Even over here, our people are geniuses. When we put our mind to it, our hearts to it, we can create some of the most beautiful things. But they'll take the credit for it, right? They'll find somebody to come steal it off under you, right? And they act like they don't know what we're talking about. So do not pray for this people or lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time of the cry. I will not hear them in the time that they cry out for me because of their troubles, because of what they caused his people. Who was his people? Nubian, black, African, people of color. No offense, but that's the truth, and I'm just gonna give it to you. It's not sugarcoated. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. You know. So trigger warning. I wouldn't be myself if I did. What has my beloved to do in my house, having done lewd deeds with many, and the holy flesh has passed from you? When you do evil, then you rejoice. When you do evil, then you rejoice. The Lord called your name, green olive tree, lovely and green olive tree, lovely and of good fruit, with the noise of the great tumult. tumult. He has kindled fire on it, and the branches are broken. For the Lord of hosts, who planted you, has pronounced doom against you for the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger, to offer incense to Babel. Jeremiah's life um, threatened. Now the Lord gave me knowledge of it, and I know it. For you showed me their doings. But I was like a docile lamb brought to the slaughter, and I did not know that they had devised schemes against me. I can bear witness to that. I remember telling that to a pastor one time in church. I said I didn't know. He said, I told him, I said, he said, baby, you supposed to be teaching me. He said, didn't nobody tell you they was going to do you like that? No. Now I know. Hello? Now I know. But I was like a docile lamb brought to the slaughter, and I did not know that they would devise a scheme against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with its fruit, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name may be remembered no more. That's exactly what they did to me. But, O Lord of hosts, you who judge righteously, test the minds and the hearts, let me see your vengeance on them, for you have revealed my cause. Therefore, thus says the Lord concerning the man of Anos, hold on, Anathos, who seek a life, saying, do not prophesy in the name of the Lord, lest you die on our hand. Therefore, thus say the Lord of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young man shall die by the sword, their son and their daughters shall die by famine, and these shall be no remnant. Excuse me, and there should be no remnants of them, for I will bring catastrophic, yeah, on the men of Antithos, even the year of their punishment. And we're gonna stop it right there. We'll come back and we're gonna ride it on out till we finish Jeremiah. I will be continuing the Zodiacs once I finish Jeremiah. The Most High, you know, interrupted the Zodiacs because of this. Whatever's going on in the world today. That's where we're presently at. All right, y'all. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending y'all out with peace, love, and light. Get your minds right. Fulfill your ancestors' promises, and peace.